Welcome back to the channel. Well, before we get this part of the motor back together, I'm still waiting, for that block. I want to get this front end on here because I'm thinking that then I can turn the crank easy enough, with the hand starting crank. Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. There's supposed to be 3 bolts on each side. And when I took this apart, there was only 5, so I'm gonna have to get another one or find one in my extras or parts bucket though. But I want to put this back on. Thinking I can teeter it on this floor jack, raise it up, and do that. So I'm gonna try that. So we can get that hooked up because then I can use that crank. But then I want to clean up the hubs and just check them out. See how the bearings are, if we need to put new races in them, or I think there's felt seals on the back side of that hub in there, and just check the condition of that before we get too far. I think I'm gonna put you on the tripod. All right, let's see how this goes. I don't know. I have high hopes of this working, but we'll see. We shall see. Nicholas is at a team thing with the basketball team. Of course, Jacob's at college, and my dad doesn't feel all that good, so I'm to leave him alone. Or else he'd come over and help. I can see there a little bit of issue there, but we'll get that cleaned up and get that checked out. All right. Yeah, I think this might work. See if I can push it up there now. Whoa. A little bit too high. Pull it back just a little bit here so I can get underneath that tape. There we go. All right. Okay. See if I can get it centered a little bit better. Into my light. Don't want to bust off anything in there. But this is working. Not quite centered with the world. Okay. Okay, close. So close. All right. Gotta go forward. All right. Can't quite see the hole. Oh, now I can. There we go. Got that one started. All right. Gotta go down just a hair, it says. loose. Right there. I don't know if you can hear the wind howling out there. Whew. Kids didn't have school today. I think it got up close to 30 today. I don't want to get too tight until I get the other ones on there. But, whoa. Then I got another flat surface we can. Oh yeah, of course the old flashlight lets me know when the battery's dying. I guess that's not really a bad thing, but I'm gonna let this down a little bit. It's got to come this way a little bit. One thing's for sure, it's starting to look a lot more like a tractor again. Okay, cool. Let me bring you up here. Or maybe I'll put this bolt in here. I think you can see that. Sweet. I should have grabbed a ratchet wrench, but I didn't. So. Well, by this time you've seen my video when I was on the other side of the state. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Marty's got quite the collection. Don't remember everything he has, but he's got a bunch of G1000s around there, and that 2655 Oliver with a Detroit in it. I don't remember which one it is, but definitely a Detroit. So, all right, gotta go the other way. And his machine shop is something else as well. Some tools that are bigger than some people's vehicles. Machines, I should say. Super nice guy, too. Don't know if the guy would ever hurt a flea, just the way he talks. All right, this is the one that didn't have a bolt in it, and it feels like there's stuff in there, so I'm not gonna force it in there. I'll clean it out. Yep, I'm excited to get this one done. On to the next project. I haven't tried out my log splitter yet. And I know somebody suggested I should put some kind of a better holder like it used to have on my valve body, and you're probably correct. I've been brainstorming how to do that, and I think I've got an idea in my head. And I'll have to do that sometime. It's still sitting in here, so hopefully this weekend I can get back there and do some wood. That was my wrench, not the bolt. But weekend coming up, I should say. I do see one thing that I'm gonna have to figure out. That I don't know if I goobered that up or that was done before. I might have to put a thread insert in there or something, but this one bolt hole right there, that's supposed to have some threads in there, and now you can see where it's been torched. That holds the bottom of the radiator down where that goes. I probably could can I? Yeah, maybe. I could probably through bolt it, drill it out and through bolt it. I don't know. We'll see. Might have to get a helicoiler or whatever, get that in there. So, all right. Let me grab. Let's see. Did I tighten this up? Nope. Okay. Let me tighten this one up real quick. I'm gonna take all this grease out of here, but I don't think this, I mean, other than there's some, stuff on top, debris, but maybe I'll just leave that grease in there. It's not gonna hurt anything. It's all on this sector gear, I should say. Well, maybe we'll clean it out just so we can see in there, and I'll just put some more in there, but that's some pretty good grease yet. Real sticky. I got a rag in my pocket. All right. Oh, cool. Here's something I'll show you. I told you Jake's at college. He just sent me a text. He's in welding and cutting class, for mechanical engineering. It's of course, that's his initials. So he cut that with either a torch or plasma cutter, or looking at it, I'd say that's probably a torch, but could have been a plas. So cool. Oh, I better respond to him. Cool. Here, I can do the talk thing. Good work, son. No, not good work done. Work, son. I tell you. How many times you gotta do that? Was I not speaking clear English? But whatever. Okay, let's grab a crank. Oop, I'll just move this thing right out of the way. All right. So make sure you can see that. Okay, so those who don't know, this is, you can hand start these. So there we go. So then that engages in that crankshaft pulley, and you can turn it that way. So I don't want to get them rags all boogered up in here. Let me pull that out real quick. Put that up top. There, now you can see both. So. I tell you what, that grease is thick in there though. There we go. Yep, so now we'll be able to turn that motor over just like that. So that'll be good. Now let's inspect the hubs. Nah. He just responded to me. One was with a torch and one was a plasma cutter. Huh. Good job, son. I can remember, first time, Dad let me run a torch or, stuff like that. That's pretty cool. We never had a plasma torch or a plasma cutter. Actually, I still don't have one, but so. Okay, let's cover this motor parts back up before I forget. Yep, excited. It's always good to see Marty, so. Okay. Let's work on these hubs real quick here. Another place to mount everything though. That's nice. Oh, let's see. Well, that's a cap, but yeah, right there. It spins off back there. Okay, let me just grab. I don't think this crescent is big enough. Yep, I was right. Let me grab a pipe wrench. Okay. There we go. Now let's see how tight she is. Okay. Just happened to be a couple. Okay, gonna have to any movement? No. Let me just get a bigger bar and I'll put that in there. Alright, as long as I don't break the studs off, right? Ay, caramba. It's been on there a minute. There we go. That's been on there a couple days. I think this tractor's a 50. 49 or 50, but there's a little bit of play. Here, I'll bring you in here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I'm already noticing there's some play in here. And I can feel a gap. I can stick my finger in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. But there is I think there's an adjustment on the bottom here. I'm hoping. So, okay. Alright. Well, there's some lots of grease in there, so that's good. Alright, let's just set that right there for now. Wow. You know it's cold. That's just like well, grease. But let me get some rags. I'm guessing that bearing's in decent shape. Okay. I know I got a little bit of play, but I think the play is in that center part there. All right. Oh, I put the scratch wrench over there. Okay. Wow. I think I'll bring this stuff to the parts cleaner. That way, check it out for sure. Get all that grease off. Then we'll get these hubs off and it'll make it lighter to work on that center section. So, should be some kind of a washer, I would think. Yep. There's a couple in here. 2 washers. This outer one. When I get it cleaned up, I'll show you outer one. I'm saying it out loud, that way when I put it back together, I know what I'm doing, maybe. So, this outer one has, oh, I think it's just been cut. That's what it is. I thought it looked like it had splines in it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I think somebody's cut it out by hand. So, well, here's the, and there's another. Oh, good thing we're doing this. There's the outer bearing come apart. So, yeah, we'll have to replace that. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Well, that's a bummer, but that's why I'm doing it. Okay. Hub and inner bearing should be there. And here's that felt seal I was talking about. It's right there. I think I have one of these. And sometimes this thing stays on the tractor here. Stays right on that ridge right there, but man, it's got to be cleaned up too. I don't know. It feels like there's a ridge on there. What's that? Because that just fits on that. Because this is that bearing race. So, yeah, I think I'll run this through the cleaner. No pun intended. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get this seal off. Yeah, it's that felt seal. It should be. That's just part of it. I didn't think there was 2. Maybe there is 2. I'll have to look at the parts book. Okay, I do have a seal puller thingy. Come on. Come on. I have some of these felt seals over in a box. There we go. Whether they're the right size or not, that's the next thing. There. Boy, she's dry and not so useful. All right. I know this has got to come off. And why I say that is this part here. I don't want to ruin it. Let's look at the book real quick. Okay, well, I found 3 of these seals, so I think I'm good there. But I'm looking in the book, and so here's this is our a factory repair manual for a ZA, and they list the parts for up there for all the bearing parts for the hub and all that, but there's no picture. Normally in these old books there's the picture's the page before. Well, that's definitely not the rear end, that's the rear rear transmission case. So I go back and it goes to the fenders. So I go to my INT book and there it is, but shows all the parts for the pedestal part, but nothing for the spindle part. So I'm gonna have to do some research on that for my parts. Just want to make sure that I'm seeing what I'm seeing, but then you do see here, in this exact picture is out of a UTU, but it's going to be, I would think, the same as on this one. But yeah, there's all kinds of, there's bearings and stuff in there, and a nut at the bottom to help with that. So, all right, well, I'm going to get the other side torn apart, and we'll get her cleaned up, and I'll get some parts ordered. And I think that's probably enough for this video. It's getting late, and I've got some other stuff to do for work. So, hey, appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.